All right, part two to this. Peace and blessings, Brother Moses. Sometimes when we're grieving, we're actually grieving, we're grieving the loss of significance and purpose and not the person or institution itself. But the Bible says that my grace is sufficient. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. So God has a supply. He has the ability to supply that same grace in another form. Right? With Elijah, he drank from a river, but when the river dried up, God sent ravens to feed him. God can cause a common means of provision or an uncommon means of provision. During our grieving process, we allow God to restructure where we receive purpose from, where we receive strength from, where we receive joy from, where we receive peace from. Yes. You know, this person was the light, and this pastor, they gave you all the wisdom of God. But when there's a transition, God will provide the wisdom a different way. You have to look for it, right? You can't keep looking for the brook when God is sending a raven. All right. So during your time of grieving, yes, you process the loss, you process the injury, but you begin to look for the repurposing of God, like Joshua. God, he had to accept in his grieving process, he had to accept the truth. Joshua, Moses, my servant, is dead. Then in that process, God had to restructure where Joshua receives from. He can no longer receive from Moses. But God said, the same way I was with Moses, there's the purpose. I will be with you. There's the restructuring. The same purpose. God was with Moses to give wisdom, deliverance, lead the people, the power of God, supernatural miracles, fathering, shaping, victory from warfare. All of that was from God, encompassed in the purpose, in the person Moses. But God repurposed that same grace and put it on Joshua. This is what we have to do when we're grieving loss. In any kind of any sort, we have to look for the repurposing and the restructuring of God where his provision to come from. Peace and blessings.